Did anybody fall on the way down?
A keen unicyclist.
He's on a unicycle.
How do you even get that started?
Oh wow, you're getting it. And you're not having kids.
You want to have a go for it?
Yeah, I'm going to take a rest.
I always thought unicycling was just a circus act. But recently, my friend Nick introduced it to me as a sport.
One day we found a bloke on YouTube, Devon Supertramp.
Saw a pretty cool YouTube video. I think Devon Supertramp had a really good extreme unicycling video on that.
And from then we thought that was really cool because they were doing like really cool tricks and jumping off things. Then probably a week and a half, 2 weeks later, we bought our first eBay unicycles and started to learn from that.
Picked it up, loved it. I was practicing most days, a couple of hours. And yeah, so I've been riding about 3 years now. I started hopping off stuff. And so I slowly built up until I did one and both of my cranks snapped off.
It really is a sort of niche sport. It's sort of hard to come across someone that hasn't had a unicycle in their shed at one stage in their life. And a lot of people just still haven't, they're just tucked in the back.
It has generally been more, not accepted in society, but more popular. People know it actually.
There's so many different ways that people have gotten into it. It's been, a lot of people have gotten in from Devon Supertramp. A lot of people have just seen their friends do it, or it has been from the shed.
I started off doing more sort of like formation riding. Ended up finding it totally boring and my group kind of disappeared, so I started playing unicycling hockey, which is my main unicycling discipline I'm doing. People just assume, hey, unicycling, oh, you juggle too. And you'll be just there like, oh no, I'm actually playing unicycling hockey. I'd be like, what?
When they think unicycles, they automatically assume that you can juggle. I can't juggle like at all.
I started off juggling, yeah.
A lot of people see it at circus and that's the only thing that they've actually had exposure to.
It's just so much more than just unicycling. It's so much more than seeing some kid on the street trying to ride.
They don't realise that there's even like unicycle hockey and championships and things like that, dedicated things that have nothing to do with circus tricks.
Just 3 balls and I got pretty good at that.
I don't know, in Germany circus is not such a big thing. It's really more about actually sports.
Awesome.
And I love that it's seen as a sport.
I've been practicing for about 20 hours now, and Nick invited me to follow him for a unicycling meetup. There I challenged myself to get to a wall, which I said was not going to happen.
Edward has no hope. He's almost there, but he's not the quickest to learn. So in terms of getting into the unicycling committee, the first big thing that a lot of people come across is the unicycle chat, because it's just the biggest sort of form of group that there is.
The unicycle community is extremely positive. Always out there trying to, urging you to land that trick that you're after.
Hey, that was two rounds.
It's become really more of a supportive space. So if you really want to learn something, you'll post up what you want to learn and maybe the progress that you've made so far on it.
And there'll be tons and tons of comments, or even video responses. People often video themselves in slow motion, land it, go through, explain how you can do it and what you're doing wrong. And I'm running a game online with through Facebook, which is OTG, so Out the Game. Basically how that works is each week one person posts a trick that they've landed, then all the other competitors have to reply with them landing a video of their landing the trick,
even though we're trying to compete with each other and try and beat each other, you're still giving them as much help as you can to try and get them to keep going as long as possible.
I think it's really a lot easier if you have someone who teaches you and who knows how to cycle, also to keep you motivated, because it takes some time to actually practice it and to be able to ride.
The best thing I can recommend is don't do it by yourself. Like, a lot of people do because they've got no one else who want to, but if you can get a friend into it, you learn so much quicker, just because you're out there more, you're more competitive, you're more likely to stick with it, because you and your friend are both going to be competitive with one another.
Having experienced firsthand the kindness of the community, I have come to realize that unicycling is as much a competitive and diverse sport as it is a hobby. It turns out, just like life, unicycling is all about moving forward.